Who is this Algomon, and how and why is he so strong? Was Matt a Digidestined before Tai? Missiles being launched. It feels like I watched this somewhere before. The crests of hope and light. And finally, Omnimon, already in the second episode. These are some of the highlights from the second episode of Digimon Adventure 2020. So without further ado, let's look at the good, the bad, and the straight up ugly from Digimon Adventure 2020 episode War Game. Let's start off with the good. Guys, again, this is another action-packed, fast-paced episode which I thoroughly enjoyed. It seems the more episodes are going by, the more we get revealed on what the Digivices can do. In the last episode, we saw Izzy and Tai talking to each other through the Digivices. But now in this episode, we see that when Tai was talking to Izzy, Izzy's hologram came up on Tai's Digivice. Not only that, but later on in the episode, we saw Izzy giving out coordinates to both Matt and Tai to get to the missile network through the Digivice. And the actual map that Izzy made up came up as a hologram through the Digivice. Guys, this is big news. At this rate, we won't even need the crests because the Digivices are just doing such a good job so far. Even later in the episode, both Matt and Tai, when they were both fighting Algomon, when the Digivices were powering up, it powered up both Greymon and Garurumon. In the original Digimon series, where there was a deep connection between the partner Digimon and the Digidestined, we saw that connection when all the crests got activated and when the kids were in danger. But before, I felt there was an invisible link that we couldn't see before in the original season with the partner Digimon and the Digidestined. But now with the Digivice, I feel like we can see a physical link between the two sets of characters, and as the Digivice glows stronger, their bond and strength becomes stronger as well, so that is really nice to see. Matt and Tai's old rivalry is rekindled here in this episode. Matt was not having any of Tai's teamwork talks. He just wants to get on with it. I feel like he's more serious here than he was back in the original. In the original, he was smiling and making a few jokes here and there, and in Tri, he almost became the leader because Tai wasn't getting it together in Tri basically. I feel like this version of Matt that we're seeing here is a mix between the kid Matt in the original and the teen Matt in Tri. In the original, he always felt like the number two, but in this episode, for me anyway, I don't know about you guys, it felt like he was on par with Tai, as if Matt himself could lead his own Digidestined team if he wanted to. He reminded me so much of Zoro from One Piece, like the second mate that has the capabilities of starting his own crew if he wanted to. Seeing both Greymon and Garurumon fight together is always a sight to see. They gave it their all, but they just got pummeled by Algomon. But then Tai and Matt decided to work together and risk it all. Then we see that level of animation by Naoto Shida. And you could tell it's him because of the detail of the smoke animation after Greymon used his Mega Flame attack to attack Algomon from the side, which allowed Garurumon and Greymon to jump and unleash both the Mega Flame and the Foxfire in stunning, beautiful animation. This episode is basically our war game formed into one episode, and I love that film so much. That's not going to be a bad point from my part. We saw the missiles being launched from the submarines and attacking Tokyo. Tai and Matt are in a realm that looks like the internet world, and even when Algomon digivolved into his final form right at the end of the episode, his face shape looks a lot like Diaboromon. I mentioned in my previous review as a joke that could Diaboromon's ghost be coming back? Well, now you just never know. I mean, the skull shape and the head shape looks very similar to Diaboromon. Could it be Diaboromon's ghost possessing Algomon? I don't know. That's just a little theory, just a little idea. Let's have a little bit of fun. We saw the white feather touched by Kari and TK, which activated the crest of hope and light, resulting in Omnimon. Freaking Omnimon in the second episode. Let me repeat that. Omnimon in the second episode of this new reboot series. Oh my days. I don't know what to say. Even the way he appeared was exactly like in our war game, appearing through that white angelic digi-egg. And that's how the episode ends, with the missile coming down on Tokyo and the final showdown between Omnimon and Algomon. Absolutely solid. I didn't expect Omnimon straight away so early on. We didn't even see War Greymon and Metal Garurumon yet. What do you guys think? Do you think it's too early for Omnimon to make his appearance? Or is it a way to try and introduce us, to the audience, new Digivolution lines between Gabumon and Greymon? Let me know in the comment section down below. The only minor little nitpick I would have from this episode is that some of the character models, I'm talking about the human characters by the way, did look a little weird, even though we got Shida's animation in this episode. There was that bit when Tai's mom and Kari came out of the train and their faces looked a bit wonky. Is it just me, or have you guys noticed that as well? It's just a minor little nitpick. I wouldn't even put that as a bad point of this episode, or even an ugly point for this episode. So overall, again, solid episode. Let me know what you guys think of the episode, and as always, care for nothing.